I am Dr. Jay Hitson with Blue Umbrella Medical Center. Today we're going to talk about chronic anxiety and depression. Now, this has been on the rise for decades now, but post-pandemic, the rates have skyrocketed. Anymore, it is rare for me to sit down with a patient and for them to have not checked the boxes for anxiety, depression, or both. And we've been looking for a solution we can believe in for years now. And I'm excited to tell you about we finally have a program that we feel not only confident with, but we can put our name behind it. And I'm going to talk to you about that today. Our patient base, though, is really looking for solutions to their anxiety and depression symptoms, but they don't want more medications. They're reporting to us that the medications, either don't work or they make them just feel numb all over. So yeah, it numbs the pain, but also numbs the joy. And they just don't like being on medications. Now, I can tell you over the last several years, we've tried a lot of different things. And most of the different therapies that we've come across have either one, been way too expensive. They're just not even feasible for the average American. Number two, they were just exceedingly time consuming and not feasible. The other one is a lot of them have taken a lot of personal motivation to see them through. And I do find that kind of ironic because motivation is something that is a struggle when you have chronic anxiety and depression. So, a lot of those protocols just didn't work out very well. And let me also make a quick distinction. We are talking about chronic anxiety and depression and not acute. There is a difference. Acute is whenever you've had a recent loved one who has passed or had a trauma that is relatively recent and you're still processing through a lot of that. That is a very different set of treatment options. We're talking about chronic anxiety where it's been going on for a really long time. Overall, your life in general is relatively steady. Yeah, you may have stress, but the stress is at least at a normal level or something that is not going to change very much from day to day. Now, though the list of things that didn't work is pretty long, the list that has made the cut, it's pretty concise. So let me hit the highlights for you here. Number one, there is absolutely a gut-brain connection. There's no two ways around this. Science has proven this. So changing the gut health and changing the diet has absolutely made an impact. And I will say, what's really exciting about that one is some very simple minor changes have made huge leaps and bounds. Now, there is no one size fits all anti-anxiety diet. That doesn't exist, but addressing each individual, we use blood panels because we need to see what's going on. We need to see, is this inflammatory? Is there thyroid? Is there hormones? Is there something else going on? We need to know where it's coming from in order to make these different changes. And frankly, there are individuals that we have found that their body is sending these signals to them because they're actually not healthy. And so they feel unsettled because there's an underlying issue that needs to get resolved. So using the exploratory panels just to find out and make sure that everything else is taken care of. And in general, when we've addressed these other health issues, a lot of times the anxiety symptoms have gone away on their own. So number one is just addressing the physiology. Number two is addressing the neurology. The big thing that we are finding with chronic anxiety is where individuals are getting stuck in fight or flight, which is a parasympathetic nervous system response. They're feeling like they're always in survival mode. They're feeling like they're being chased by a tiger, but there is no tiger. And when they get stuck in this mode, it's this heightened all the time. There's several non-pharmaceutical ways to help that, either to calm down the fight or flight or to enhance the parasympathetic system to create balance. So we've been working with a lot of those different thick treatments and modalities, and there's a lot of different options and very accessible ways of working with that. And then the third one is we found that, especially Americans, but we've lost the skill to be still. And the mind is just constantly racing and never stopping, which is a major issue. So we've been testing out, and we've been really happy with some of the different things that we found, like yoga therapy and some just fantastic protocols that help people to calm and to still and to train the mind to just settle in. Now, I can tell you already, even just shooting this video, that there will be more that we're going to be bringing in and incorporating, but just on the physiological side, the physiological, neurological, psychological side, we're already seeing such great results and such great outcomes. And not, of course, that's the bar that we're always setting is, are we getting results? But you know what I love is that it's so accessible and it's so affordable. And that hits all of our check boxes. So we have been very encouraged that finally, after years of searching, we have something for all of these wonderful people who are coming to us, who have been just suffering for months and years and sometimes decades with chronic anxiety and depression. So we just encourage you, if you have, come in, you really have to do a consultation. There isn't like this video that I can make that says, oh, here's how it's going to work for you. It's so individual. It's so unique to that person. So we kind of have to talk through it and to figure out what those different factors are for each and every person. But once we do, I can't encourage you enough that there is real hope. It's working, it's dynamic, and it's a lot of fun. And as we go through and we keep refining and we keep finding better and more amazing treatment protocols, we'll keep adding to that and just keep following us and watching out for all of those. I'm Dr. J. Hitson with Blue Umbrella Medical.